Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our lecturer Puan Dahlia Binti Abdul Aziz and to my fellow friends. My name is Fatiha Binti Asraf. Nomenclature is 70-DHF20F1028 from class DHF2B. So I will introduce my group member. Firstly, we have Muhammad Amin bin Suhaimi as the second presenter, and lastly we have Sarra Syawallaili Binti Badron as the third presenter. So today we would like to present topic about egg and dairy product. First of all, I will explain the definition of egg. Egg are composed of mostly water with proteins, fats and mineral. Egg are versatile foods. They are prepared as a stand-alone foods or combined with another ingredients to create sauce, custard and butter. Next is composition of egg. We have egg yolk. The egg yolk is high in both fats and protein, and it contains iron and several vitamins. Its color range from light to dark yellow, depends on the diet of the chicken. For the egg white is primarily albumin protein, which is clear and soluble when raw, but white and firm when coagulated. The egg white also contains sulfur. The egg white has two parts. Firstly, a thick portions that surround the yolk, and number two is a thinner, more liquid portions outside of this. For the shell is the outer hard covering of the egg and is made up of the calcium magnesium carbonate and calcium phosphate. Membrane. The function of the membrane. Membrane lines and the shell and form an air cell at the large end of the egg. This membrane acts as a protective layer in the case the shell crack. So let me move to the structure and composition of an egg. This is the structure of an egg that can be seen that have shell, thin white yolk, thick white, cell and chalazae. Gradients and quality. There are 4 factors determine gradients. Firstly, we have condition of shell, size of air cell, cleanness and thickness of egg white, and condition of yolk. For the 3 grades of egg, we have grades AA, grades A, and grades B. Let's jump to another point for egg grades AA. The structure of the egg white are thick and firm, the yolk are high and round, the shell are clean and unbroken. Grade AA egg is a high quality egg you can buy. The eggs are great for frying and poaching. Grades A egg have the same exterior quality as a grades AA egg, but their interior quality is slightly lower as their whiteness are not as firm. This is the grades most often sold in stores. Grades A have a more defined yolk outline. Lastly, for the grades B. The grades B egg have whites that may be thinner and yolk that may be wider and flatter than egg of higher grades. The shell must be unbroken but may show slight stains. The grades is usually used to make liquid, frozen and dry egg product. Maintaining quality for egg. Proper storage is essential for maintaining quality. The appropriate temperature is 45 to 55 Fahrenheit and relative humidity between 16 to 18%. Maintaining clean nesting material will reduce microbial exposure when the egg is first laid. Avoid handling egg roughly and leaving them in a hot vehicle or place where temperature can be high. Do not wash dirt or cracked egg as the bacteria may enter inside through porous shell. Store egg in refrigerator in a loose in designated shell or egg cases to maintain freshness. So I will pass the next slides to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Fatiha. My name is Amin bin Suhaimi and my number of matrix is 17-F20F1004. I will continue the presentation. Now, we're gonna talk about size. Eggs are also graded by size. Note that its size differs from the next by 3 ounces or 85 grams. Most food service operations use large eggs, and recipes in most books are based on this size. As you can see, this is the table 24.1 that gives the minimum weight per dozen, including shell, according to size category. For example, the highest weight per dozen, we call it jumbo, and the lowest weight per dozen is peewee. Okay, next, there are the types of market forms. The first one is fresh eggs or shelled eggs. When we cut along a stale hard-boiled egg lengthways, you will see that the yolk has moved off center. A quick test for freshness is to check if the raw egg in the shell sinks in a basin of water. Next, fresh eggs stay at the bottom of the bowl while stale eggs stand on end or float because of the large air cell. These are more often used for breakfast cookery and the main subject of this section. The next market form is frozen eggs, usually made from high-quality fresh eggs and are excellent for use in scrambled eggs, omelets, French toast, and in baking. They are pasteurized and are usually purchased in 30-pound or 13.6 kilogram cans and take at least 2 days to thaw at refrigerator temperatures. For example, whole eggs, whites, yolks, and whole eggs with extra yolks. Okay, the last one is dry eggs, used primarily for baking. They are not suggested for use in breakfast cooking. Unlike most dehydrated products, dry eggs are not shelf stable and must be kept refrigerated or frozen tightly sealed. For example, whole eggs, yolks, and whites. Before I finish my presentation, let me talk about sanitation. In recent years, cases of salmonella food poisoning have been caused by raw or undercooked eggs. As a result, cooks have been made more aware of egg-related sanitation concerns. Pasteurized egg products are used in more operations. That's all for me. Now, this presentation will continue by Sarah. Thank you.
Thanks to Amin for the explanation early. Now, I will continue the next slide. Categories and definition dairy products. When we talk about milk and cream used in food service, we are nearly always talking about milk from cows, milk from other animals, including goats, sheep, and water buffalo, is used to make some cheese, but most of the liquid milk we see, except for a small amount of goat milk, is milk from dairy cows. Milk is used as a beverage and also in cooking. Similarly, other milk products including cream, butter and cheese are eaten as purchased and also used in cooking. Here are 5 dairy products that we can find out in this milk and cream. First, pasteurization, fresh milk products, fresh cream products, fermented milk and cream products, milk products with water removed. First, pasteurization. Liquid milk directly as it comes from the cow is called raw milk. Heat to 161 Fahrenheit or 72 degrees Celsius and held at this temperature for 15 seconds to kill disgusting organism and then quickly chill. Some cream products are ultra pasteurized to extend their shelf life by heating the products to a much higher temperature, 275 Fahrenheit or 135 degrees Celsius for 4 seconds. This process kills not only disgusting bacteria but nearly all organisms that cause spoilage. Ultra high temperature UHT pasteurization involves even higher temperature. Second, fresh meat products. Whole meat is fresh meat as it comes from the cow with nothing removed and nothing except vitamin D. It contains about 3.5% fat, known as milk fat or butter fat, 8.5% non-fat milk solids, and 88% water. Skim or non-fat milk has had most or all of the fat removed. Its fat content is 0.5% or less. Low-fat milk has a fat content of 0.5 to 2%. Flavored milks, such as chocolate milk, have had flavoring ingredients added. Homogenized milk has been processed so the cream does separate. This is done by forcing the milk through very tiny holes which breaks the fat into particles so small they stay distributed in the milk. Third, fresh cream product. Whipping cream has a fat content of 30 to 40%. Within this category, you may find light whipping cream 30 to 35% and heavy whipping cream 36 to 40%. Light cream, also called table cream or coffee cream, contains 18 to 30% fat, usually about 80%. Half and half has a fat content of 10 to 18%, too low to be called cream. 4. Fermented milk and cream product. Creme fraiche is a slightly aged, cultural heaving cream. It is widely used for sauce making in Europe because of its pleasant, slightly tangy flavor and its ability to blend easily into sauce. Buttermilk is fresh liquid milk, usually skim milk, which has been cultured or soured by bacteria. Buttermilk is used in recipes calling for soy milk. Yogurt is milk, whole or low-fat, cultured by special bacteria. Most yogurt has additional milk solids added and some of it is flavored and sweetened. 5. Milk products with water removed. Evaporated milk is milk, either whole or skim, with about 16% of the water removed. It is when sterilized and canned. Evaporated milk has a somewhat cooked flavor. Condensed milk is whole milk that has had about 16% of the water removed and is heavily sweetened with sugar. Dried whole milk is whole milk that has been dried to a powder. Non-fat dry milk is skim milk that has been dried in the same way. Problem in cooking milk and cream products. First, curdling. Curdling is a process by which milk proteins solidify and separate from the whey. Curdling is usually caused by acid, tannin, salt, and heat. Second, scorching. Scorching occurs when milk that is being heated coagulates on the bottom of the pan due to high heat. To avoid scorching, heat milk is a double boiler, steamer, or steam jack kettle rather than over direct heat. Third, skin formation. The formation of scum or skin on top of heat milk or milk sauce is caused by coagulation of protein in contact with air. Last, wiping cream. Cream with a fat content of 30% or more can be wiped into a foam. Have cream and all equipment when chilled. Second, do not sweeten until the cream is wiped. Sugar decreases stability and makes the cream harder to wipe. Use powdered sugar instead of granulate sugar for best stability. Third, do not overwipe. Stop beating when the cream from still peaks. If it is wiped longer, it first becomes granular and then turns into butter and whey. 4. Cream to be folded into other ingredients should be underbeaten because the action of folding it in wipes it more and may overwipe it. Thanks for me. Does anyone have any question? You can ask me. Thank you.